Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be doing my team preview for round 17. Probably going to be a quicker video just because I've already recorded two, to be honest, and already recorded sort of shown, I guess I should say, the team throughout the trade talks. So I'll go through my trades, my thoughts about that, and again, just reiterating what I probably will do depending on the Sheldrick score. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Dawson, my captain this week, and that's mostly just because he plays on the Sunday, I believe. Where is he? Yeah, Sunday here at 3:20. So that'll be well clear of Neil, and it'll give me time to get Eoland or Geelong play on the Sunday as well. So if Mullen doesn't play, then I'll be able to switch him in, etc., and move on that. So Dawson there at captain. Nick Dacos was a shout, but I haven't decided to put the captaincy on him, as he does play on the Collingwood on the Friday night, so I could put the VC on him, but that could actually happen now thinking about it, and just put the VC on Dacos and the captaincy on Neil. So I think that is the best option. And then you've got Doherty here at D3, so he's just comfortable here playing Freo, and hopefully he puts out another ton. Jack Sinclair D4, I think this is pretty common, as well as Tom Stewart D5. These guys, that's a pretty common setup at this point. And then you got Harry Himmelberg D6 for me, and just hoping he makes some cash. And then off the bench, I've obviously got Chesser, emergency, and Mullen, non-emergency, as he's not going to probably play. And then we move on to the midfield, and you will see, obviously, the Neil being one of the inclusions from last week. So we've got Merritt as my M2, actually. Bont is my M1 back. As it all started, I believe, again, at the early point of the season, it was Bont and Petrarca, but now we've added and filled out a lot in that time, as Bray Crouch is actually supposed to be there at M5 rather than M6. So yeah, I've been able to add out a lot of stuff and been able to, I guess, get a lot more depth, as most people have across the year, and a lot of people actually ahead of me in terms of getting cash off the bench and onto field, so they've got an extra premium, but I don't know what I was doing, and I'm left one premium, I guess, down. So Bont here, M1, just hoping he does well against Collingwood, where he should score well. Merritt, M2, so he should score well again. Brayshaw, M3, and playing Carlton, he should do alright. Petrarca should do alright without Oliver, but I'm not too sure about any captaincy with him, just because it is against St Kilda and I'm not too certain about their scoring. Crouch plays Melbourne, so he should do alright. Green should do fine as well. Neil as well, to be honest, and he's being brought in because he's got West Coast. Then he has a tough-ish game against Melbourne. Then he's got Geelong. But then he's got this good run-out here as well for the final 5 games. But mostly because he should go absolutely huge against West Coast. And then Johnson or Windhager, depending on just who plays first. Let me just figure this out. Where is St Kilda? St Kilda here. And Freo are there. So if Windhager plays well, they play on the Saturday night. So is there a way that I can get anyone? We might have to look at that, but Windhager might have to be used instead of Josh Dunkley, but Dunkley plays early, so I'll have to look that through and try and find a way that I'm not, if Windhager gets a good score, I'm not automatically taking Johnson on the nets on his game. But Johnson has also shown that he can score well, and Carlton should be a good scorer for him, even if he's got that wing role, as the wing role should be, where Akers and stuff go, Akers and Hollands, and they usually score well as well. And then Eoland shouldn't play, I don't expect him to. Then I've got English and Marshall, the two best ruckmen as of now. And Williams is perched in that role here, allowing me to access potential emergencies with Dunkley through Sheldrick, etc. But he'll be used in other times when Dunkley comes back, etc. So then we move down to Taranto here. Doing his job. Dunkley out this week, so that thrown up a lot of stuff. But hopefully Sheldrick can just score well, and then we don't have to worry about Dunkley, and that'll mean that it means that I can worry about getting my rookies off field and getting them up to really big premiums. As I think I will miss Sicily week 1, but I might be able to actually do it so that I get Sicily and then I upgrade Himmelberg the week after to a premium. I think that could actually work, and I just move one of these keys into that M8 role or something, as I probably will move on Johnson, and hopefully it might even be Johnson and Sheldrick up to Sicily. That might be the plan, but we'll have to wait and see with that. But then Gordon, obviously F3, that's pretty standard. Darcy Cameron is not there. He's supposed to be at F6. I do have a tendency to want to put all my guys with their in order of cash or price. Rosie is F4 at the moment, but he could easily overtake Gordon if he has a good week. And then you've got Keys F5 and Cameron F6. And Sheldrick will be covering Dunkley at the moment, but depending on that, we might see if Henry is needed or someone like that. And then obviously talked about Ramsden, and then Noah Long is just making cash here as well. So it looks pretty good, I think. And we'll see how I do end up upgrading, but I think I will be able to hopefully get Sicily next week, depending on what I do. And we'll see what happens there, but Sicily is definitely a guy that I want to get next week. I do have many options to get him, but I don't want to ruin by getting Darcy Cameron out or something like Himmelberg out. I do want to be able to do it through hopefully Sheldrick and Johnson, but my best case scenario would be obviously Windhager and Johnson, but it most likely will be Sheldrick and Johnson to get up to him, as they already have about 1 million there, and I need around 120k gained out of Johnson and Sheldrick, and it would be more like 160k with Windhager and Johnson, which I don't think is realistic, to be honest. So that's basically the video there, and yes, a very, very, very short video of my team preview, but I didn't think I really need to go through much, as it's really at the point now where it's pretty stock standard. I mean, I had the trades here. If I go back to the screen, if I actually go back, I traded in Neil and Williams, and I'm trading out at the moment Wardlaw and Wilmot. So those are the trades, and those two are going out just because they are the two worst break-even ones, whereas I think Johnson and Sheldrick have much lower break-even, so that's why they hold, as well as Windhager just trying to gain some cash. So that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the game review starting probably Saturday, I want to say. Anyway, I'll see you then. Bye, guys.